Bears football is here.
Woo! Football!
Yo, what's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Ep.8 Sports signing in, and welcome to another episode of Chicago Bears Weekly with the Hall of Fame game right around the corner with the Bears taking on the Texans in preseason action. This is the time for me to finally give you guys my preview and predictions of the Bears' upcoming 2024 season, win-loss records, and I will be going down and breaking down how I think each game will go. And let's not make this intro any longer. Bears football is back.
Yes! Yes! Hallelujah!
Without further ado, let's dive into it. The Bears open up the regular season at home against the Tennessee Titans, and in this game, I see a win for the Bears, even though the Titans did pick up Calvin Ridley to add Will Levis at the quarterback position with Hopkins, and they added Tyler Boyd. I just personally feel that this football team with the Titans is still a little bit of a ways away. L'Jarius Sneed was a good addition for them, but I just think the weapons that the Bears have on the offensive side of the ball and the things that the Bears can do defensively, I think will be a little bit too much for the Titans to handle, and I really see the Bears opening up the regular season 1-0 with a win at home against the Titans. Now, the Bears travel to Houston to take on the Texans in Sunday Night Football in week 2, and honestly, I think the Bears will end up losing that football game. I just think the Texans right now with C.J. Stroud from The Ohio State University and the things that they can do on both sides of the football with the addition of Stephon Diggs, the addition of Joe Mixon, and the Texans have a really solid defense with young Will Anderson Jr., P-Trey, Derek Stingley Jr. I just think it will be a closer than expected game because the Bears, I think, will be improved. I still think Caleb Williams is starting to get some jitters out of him in week 2. And with the lights of the Sunday Night Football window, I just think the Bears will end up slipping and the Bears will lose this game in prime time to start off 1-1. Now, week 3, the Bears are traveling to Indianapolis to take on the Colts, and I think the Bears will end up with a win in that football game. I just think Anthony Richardson still has a ways to go with that team with Michael Pittman Jr., defensively DeForest Buckner, Kidney Moore. I just think this Bears team with the weapons that they have will overcome the Colts on the road. Can the Colts per se needs to Soldier Field, and I think the Bears will start off the season 2-1 with a win over the Indianapolis Colts. Now, the Bears come back home to take on the Los Angeles Rams. I hate to do this, but the Bears will end up with a loss in this game. I just think the Bears are going to be one of those teams that's going to be a kind of a roadblock or kind of an iffy first few games, I believe, in my opinion, offensively. And I think the Rams, the things that they can do on offense with Nakua, Stafford, fully healthy, Cooper Kupp, and that running game led by Kyron Williams, I just think this defense with the Bears is going to put them in this game, and I just think offensively they might struggle a little bit with the things and the schemes that the Rams can do on defense despite not having Aaron Donald in the fold. So even though the Bears are at home, I still think this is a loss. Now we're going into week 5, and the Bears are taking on the Carolina Panthers, which we can thank them for Caleb Williams, and we can thank them for DJ Moore, and we can also thank them by beating them because I think the Bears, just like last year, will beat the Panthers at home. I just think this Panthers team is still, they have a lot to go. They have a lot of room to go. They have a lot of room to grow as far as Bryce Young, as far as those weapons in Carolina, Miles Sanders, Chuba Hubbard. Defensively, J.C. Horn hasn't really gotten a full season. They do lose Brian Byrne in a trade. So I think this Bears team will, I think, overpower the Carolina Panthers team and get the win at home. Now, week 6, the Bears are traveling across the pond to take on the Jacksonville Jaguars, which the Bears will be technically the home team, but I see this as a loss. I just think on the road, well, all the way overseas, and then the Bears having to go up against a really solid Jacksonville Jaguars team that added Gabe Davis with Christian Kirk, with Trevor Lawrence. I think this defensively for the Jaguars will be a better football team, and it will be a close game, but I just think it is going to be a loss. Now, week 7 is the Bears bye week.
Today's video is brought to you by Cellular C4. This is a product that I personally used before I even decided to partner with them. And the first thing I got introduced to was the energy drinks by C4. This right here is a fruit punch flavor. They have many other flavors. They have popsicle flavors that just dropped. They have Skittles, Starburst, all the type of flavors that you want. To help you get started with your day, you can wake up in the morning before you start your day and drink you one of those. And also before you get that workout in, when it's workout day, you can take you some pre-workout to help you get the boost in your workout. All the products, 0 sugar, low calories. This is a great product to take you in your workouts and your journey on fitness to the next level. And I am happy to partner with a product that I was already using in my own personal life. And I will leave my code in the description below to save you guys 20% on your first purchase of C4, of their workouts. They even have muscle recovery to help boost after workouts. They have so many supplements and things to help you on your fitness journey. And you can get yours today in the description below. Click the link and use my code APW Sports to help you save 20%. And again, the links are in the description below, and use the code APW Sports to save you 20% on your purchase. Now, it is time to get back into the video.
In week 8, the Bears are going to travel to take on the Commanders, which I think that will be a win. Jaden Daniels, fellow first-round pick with Caleb Williams. I think this Commanders team, defensively, outside of Jonathan Allen and Deron Payne, I just don't think they have a lot. And offensively, I think with Terry McLaurin from The Ohio State University, he's going to help the development of Jaden Daniels. It's still interesting to see if they're going to try to make a trade for Brandon Ayuk or not. But I just think the way that this Bears team is with Montez going up against his former team, I think it's going to be a little bit of a revenge game for him. And I think the Bears are going to win that. Now, the Bears stay on the road to take on the Arizona Cardinals. And I also see that as a win for the Chicago Bears. I just think Arizona still has a ways to go, even though they did draft Marvin Harrison Jr. from The Ohio State University, Paris Johnson Jr. on that offensive line from the Ohio State University. I just think this Cardinals team just has a long ways to go in this game. We could possibly see Budda Baker be gone depending on what happens at the trade deadline, as the NFL has been more active with trade deadlines. So it's a possibility that he could be off the team, and I just don't think the Arizona Cardinals has enough to keep up with the Bears' newly made roster. Next, we're going to get another first-round pick quarterback, and that is going to be Drake May, coming back home to take on the Patriots, and I think that is going to be a win as well for the Bears. The Patriots, kind of like the Cardinals, are in a rebuild, and I just think the Bears have enough to overpower this Patriots team, and that will be 3 straight wins. I think the Bears will end up winning this game, and then week 11 will be the first game of the season against those damn Green Bay Packers. And I hate to say it, but I think this will be a loss for the Chicago Bears, even though this could easily be a switch around and a win for the Bears. I just think Jordan Love and what I think he could possibly do going into the part of this season, I think just the Bears in this rivalry and the Bears at home, I hate to even predict them to lose to the Packers, but I think this will be a loss against the Green Bay Packers. Now, the Bears are coming back home, or staying at home, to take on the Minnesota Vikings, and that is going to be a win. That quarterback situation with Sam Darnold, with J.J. McCarthy, will probably be solved by then, but I just still don't believe any of those guys, despite having Addison, despite having Hawkinson, despite having Jordan Addison, I just don't think the quarterback situation will be enough for the Vikings to overpower this Chicago Bears football team. So I think that is going to be a win for the Bears. Now, we're going against the Lions on a short week and Thanksgiving, and I'm going to say that is going to be a loss. This Detroit Lions football team was NFC Championship game football team last year, and I just don't really think that the Bears will kind of have enough to really overtake this Lions football team. As much as I hate to do it, the national TV, the Bears lose again on national TV to the NFC Championship game appearing Detroit Lions. And speaking of the NFC Championship game, Week 14 is against the NFC champion San Francisco 49ers, and I'm going to predict that as a loss as well. We beat them in 2022, but that was a monsoon, and I think this 49ers team will be in a rhythm by then with Purdy, with McCaffrey, with Ayuk possibly still on the team, Samuel, that defense led by Nick Bosa from the Ohio State University. And I just think the 49ers just have a little bit too much for this Bears team that is still going to be growing and still going to be getting some continuity. So I think the Bears are going to lose this game. The Bears have another primetime game, and that will be against the Minnesota Vikings at Minnesota, and I think that will be a win. The Bears beat Minnesota last year on Monday Night Football on the road, and I think the same result is going to happen this year on the road against the Minnesota Vikings. Then next week, the Bears are going to take on the Detroit Lions, and I predict that the Bears are going to beat the Detroit Lions at home. I just think the Lions are a very good football team, but I think later on in the season that the Bears are going to kind of prove themselves and show the world where they are. This is a game I think they're going to have, and I think they're going to get this game and beat the Lions at home, very similar to last season. Week 17, Thursday Night Football. I hate to predict the loss, but the Bears, I predict they're going to lose this game. I think it's from the highs of playing the Lions at home and the magnitude of this game. I think for the season, the Bears are going to end up dropping this game to the Seahawks on Thursday Night Football. And the last week of the season, the Bears are 9-7. The Bears will take on those damn Green Bay Packers. And with, I think, a playoff spot potentially on the line, I think with the Bears having so much to play for in this last game of the season and not being able to beat Green Bay in the first matchup, the Bears are going to go on the road and take this matchup against the Green Bay Packers. And I am personally predicting that the Bears will make the playoffs in 2024.
What's that? The playoffs?
The Bears will finish 10-7, and the Bears will have them a playoff spot in 2024. Those are just my prediction. I think what Caleb Williams can do with this offense versus what Justin Fields did in last year's offense, I think with more weapons, I think with a better scheme, I think defensively the Bears will get their rhythm, and Montez Sweat has a full offseason to learn this defense, and this defense was improving last year in the latter half of the year. And I think with DJ Moore and Odunze and Keenan Allen with all the weapons and Kmet and Everett and Swift, I just think the Bears will elevate themselves more offensively, get those 3 wins that they missed last year with the letdowns. And I think with this division, it's going to be tough, but I am predicting that the Bears make the playoffs in 2024. But you guys leave your thoughts in the comment section down below. I would love to see what you guys think about the Bears playoffs, and if I get anything wrong or we can revisit this to see if I'm actually right. I hope I am. But that is all it's going to have for this episode of Chicago Bears Weekly. Make sure you guys stay safe out there. Have a great and excellent day, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.